What's going on, everybody? Zachary Smith. Thanks for checking out another video on the channel. If you're not yet, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss a single thing. Also, hit that notification bell for that reason. Leave me a like and, of course, comment down below what you thought about what was covered in this video or what you want to see on the channel going forward. This is another video in a series of adding one outside free agent to every team in the NFL. We are on the NFC East. So Commanders, Giants, Cowboys, and the Eagles, 3 out of the 4 teams making the playoffs. All 4 were in the mix for quite a bit there as well. So it was anything but the NFC Least this season. Nice turnaround for pretty much everybody inside the division. But, you know, there's going to be some turnover, as we know, through free agency. And all these teams are going to be looking for ways to improve. So we'll start with the Commanders, as we always do. We will go worst to first. TJ Edwards, very familiar, obviously, coming over from the Eagles. They see him twice a year. He's one of 4 linebackers that earned a 75 grade in both run defense and in coverage this season. And despite that, I don't see him getting a deal that would necessarily break the bank or anything like that, just because he only has a season and a half of starting experience. And, you know, I don't think that a team is going to be offering him some massively lucrative deal where he prices himself out and really cashes in, unfortunately for him. You know, I think that he can get a nice, multi-year deal, but, this isn't a guy that you're handing like 5 years, $80 million or something too like that. So I think that this is a very affordable guy that offers a lot more than what he's going to be paid. A lot of bang for your buck here, if you will, for the Commanders, who, in my opinion, need to massively upgrade that linebacker room. Sticking with linebackers, I'm going to give one to the Giants too. The Giants, David Long Jr., again, just 1 season as a starter, but his pass rush win rate and pressure rate are second best among all off-ball linebackers with at least 100 snaps over the course of the last 3 seasons. Also, his run defense grade is the 4th best at the position, or was last season. So David Long Jr., just 1 season as a starter, but it was a very good 1 season as a starter for the Tennessee Titans. After being a 6th-round pick, he's really carved out a nice role for himself. And similarly to TJ Edwards, I do think he gets a nice deal in free agency, but I don't think that he's necessarily a guy that's going to break the bank. And for the Giants, who have to figure out a way, are they going to bring Daniel Jones back? What's Saquon Barkley, what's his future hold? Is it with the Giants? And then, of course, always looking for ways to upgrade that receiver room. When you look at the linebackers, I mean, they played, who were there? Jalen Smith and who's the linebackers that they started in that playoff game against the Eagles just took me by surprise, who they had there as their starting middle linebackers. So, yeah, off-ball linebackers should be, even as much as it is a devalued position in today's NFL, definitely should be a priority for them. And I think David Long Jr. would be a nice addition. For the Cowboys, this is an interesting one, but I'm giving him Marvin Jones Jr. He's got 45 catches in 7 of the last 8 seasons, and I just think they need a vet in that room, to be honest with you. Gallup took kind of a step back last season. They're looking for somebody else that can catch some passes to take some pressure away from CeeDee Lamb. Is Dalton Schultz going to be back, at the tight end spot? They drafted Jalen Tolbert last year. You want to continue to develop and progress him. I think adding a vet to the room in Marvin Jones Jr., who is still, can be a productive guy, would be a great way to help out Dak and help out that receiver room, and just gives you another guy in there who's been there and who's done that. And then finally, for the Eagles, we're going to go Jadeveon Clowney. Interesting addition here, but they got, Graham, Cox, Hargrave, Quinn. They're all free agents, and whether any of those guys are back, yet to be seen. And even so, they were 16th against the run last year. Obviously 70 sacks in the regular season. They were very good at getting to the quarterback, creating a ton of pressure, but they could use a little help, where they were a little leaky against the run. And I think that he still has a little bit of juice as a pass rusher too. He's definitely, at his best setting the edge against the run, but he offers you a little bit of juice as a pass rusher too, to be able to spell Hassan Reddick and Josh Sweat, both coming off fantastic seasons. So I don't know if Graham, Cox, Hargrave, Quinn, what the future holds, if it's in Philadelphia for all those guys, any of those guys, who knows? But assuming that they lose some of those pieces along that defensive front, I think Jadeveon Clowney, who what you're getting from a run-stopping perspective, you're getting one of the best edge setters. It gives you a little bit as a pass rusher, but it's really about, how he's going to impact the run game for a team that, as good as they were, if you were looking at one area of concern going forward into the 2023-2024 season, it's how I wouldn't say bad, how average they were against the run in the NFL. So this is a great way to kind of replenish that with a vet. I think that could also be a route that they look through the draft. But you need a vet, in my opinion, to add to that room as well. So there it is. Let me know what you guys think, especially if you're a fan of one of these teams, how you feel about the addition. Again, this isn't like I could say for the Eagles, obviously, biggest thing, bring back Javon Hargrave. There's, plenty of teams that I could just say, keep your own in-house, the Commanders, Deron Payne, right? But this is about adding one outside free agent, as is the case with this entire exercise. So in this case, that's not, on the table. It's got to be an outside guy coming in. So let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below to let me know how you feel about it. Again, be sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave me a like. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.